Hey, morning everyone, how are you? So yeah, just sit in the traffic lights at the moment so I can actually look at you for a change. This is always cool. And yeah, welcome. As you can tell, I'm quite excited this morning. I've got a really cool job today, working with actually a client, a long-term client of mine, and we're building a really cool sales funnel for him. Sales funnels, if you're the high level, basically it's a way of selling multiple times to a customer, but in a way that gives the company a lot of value and the customer a lot of value. And yeah, you get more customers and all of that. It's really cool. I'll explain on another podcast and take you into a lot of detail on how you do it. But basically, if you're selling anything, whether you're in an existing company or setting up yourself, you need to be on sales funnels. But I digress from where I want to take you this morning. What I really want to talk about this morning is a very interesting episode that happened to me yesterday. This, by the way, is deja vu for me, because yesterday morning, same thing, lovely blue sky. I was driving into work and I was actually chatting to you guys on my podcast, but it's a podcast that you guys, you're never going to see. You're never going to see. And what I want to take you through is a story about why you're never going to see it, because it's it's quite interesting, quite painful, and something that I think we all go through. No, I didn't crash or anything like that. Nothing that painful. Probably more painful in a way. So I'll give you the backstory. So basically this podcast, this is what, second, third podcast now. And I've been threatening to do this for so long, but eventually I got my act together and I sorted out, how I'd actually mount the camera. And as you can see, it's on a really cool little tripod. So, I'm not using my hands to hold the camera or anything like that. It's all nicely mounted and it's not bobbing up and down for you guys. So sorted that out. That took, by the way, a few weeks of trial and error to sort that one. And then I had to figure out, well, how do I sort out the sound? Because obviously you need a bit of a microphone because it's car environment and all of that. So that took another few days, and eventually I got the video right and the sound right, and I thought, this is great, all go. So shot the first podcast and got on to my second one. So yesterday, all excited and told you, had a great conversation with you guys that you'll never know about. And anyway, so shot it and got home last night, and I've got my editor-in-chief, my wife Kira, and so there, have a look, what do you think and everything. And so she watched it through, and it's about 6 or 7 minutes long and everything, and she's going, well, what did you think? And if anyone has ever said, well, what did you think about it, you know something's coming, that you're going to have to build yourself up for a bit of a hard knock. So initially I was like, well, I thought it was okay, and I did. In fairness, I did. It was quite interesting, and the shot was fine. And she went, oh, okay. I said, well, what did you think about it? And she went, And so basically, it wasn't your best. And I remember like last night I was on top of the world. Hey, it's cool. And then suddenly, whoo, big puppy dog, basically. Whoo, and I couldn't, not that I couldn't believe it, but when you're sort of proud of something and you think something has gone pretty well. So I was, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, what's happening? So say, okay, tell me as it is, because it's really important that she's gonna tell me something. So it's like, okay, go for it. And at the same time, inside I was going, oh, I don't want to hear this, but I have to hear it, and don't try and argue with it, because she's right. Whatever her opinion is right, and I need to hear it because this could be incredibly valuable to me. And so I'm just reversing up here. It's just, that's why I'm looking away and looking everywhere but at the camera. And that's perfect. Oh yeah, look at that. Tell you, we're good at parking nowadays after whatever 25 years of driving. So anyway, so heart sort of sank a bit, and I just had to focus and think, okay, I am going to listen to this. I'm going to listen to this. I'm going to listen to what she has to say. And what she said was, heart wrenching in a way. It was like, well, it's okay. And she's right, it was okay. And I said, but it's not your best. And yeah, that doesn't go down very well with me when you hear it's not your best, because to me, I'm sort of between two camps. There's two camps on do your best. There's the camp that actually get it done and get out of the way, which is fine for most things. It's fine for when you're trying to do something or a big task, or you've got 100 things to do, at least get 80 of them done. Yeah, so that's get on there, do good enough, get out of the way. But where she was right was something like a podcast, where actually I'm talking to you, and there's like thousands of you. And what I'd done was I'd gone through just a normal generic podcast. It was blasé. It was fine. It was just information. It wasn't really about me or an insight or something that you'd take away and go, God, that really affects me. And so I knew when she said, okay, that was okay, not your best, I knew she was right. And the problem is that talking to you guys is one of the things that I know I need to be better at. And what I'd done wrong on Yes's podcast, just in case you're ever doing a podcast, was I'd been generic. I was talking about examples and things that, because of client confidentiality, I didn't want to go into too much of the details or say things to you that you'd go, oh, that's the client, and oh, that's the person within the client. And as a result, I'd basically watered everything down, and everything was like a generic problem, and I hadn't really gone into the problem. Whereas last night, when you sort of pointed it out to me, I realized I need to be so much more in depth with you and share exactly what's going on. And the whole point about doing great, it's really important on these type of things. And I remember that Jim Collins, if you've ever got to read his book, it's called Good to Great, actually, funny enough. And basically takes companies and what actually makes them good to great. But the difference between good and great when you're trying to influence someone or in a leadership position is night and day. It's 99% of the rewards go to those who are great, and everyone else is scrapping because they're just good. And what I was reminded about last night I'm still a bit upset about it, let's be honest. I got a real kick in the ribs from my wife. But it was a golden moment that actually, for the important things, I need to be great. Need to be absolutely great. So this morning was, okay, I'm going to share my kicking that I got last night, in the hope that when you're listening to this, you'll go, actually, there's a few things actually that maybe I'm just being good at. And we all try and be good. We all try and be great. But sometimes, we let our standards slip a little bit in places where they shouldn't slip, and places where being great really, really matters. And that was one of them last night. So you're never going to see that episode. And the worst thing about that episode was, here in Ireland, we don't get that many blue, sunny days. But yesterday it was blue skies. The sun was belting down, and in the corner of the windows of the car, you could actually see this blue sky, and the sun was gleaming in and kept glimpsing off the camera. And it was a pretty cool thing, but you're never going to see it. So apologies for that. So today, the things that don't really matter and everything, just get out of the way. But the things that do matter, figure them out and be great. Be absolutely great. Give it your best. And like today, this is my second attempt at doing podcast number 2. But at least up your game a bit. This is far better than yesterday. And by the way, I'm sure in a month's time, I'll look back at this and think, I could have been so much better at this. And that's the game. Let's just keep getting better. Let's take those kickings in the stomach and let's move forward on it. So have a great day. I'm so excited. I'm going to have a great day too. And talk to you again later. Bye.